Welcome back to Draft House, everyone. I am Joe. Today we're going to be doing a Minnesota Vikings 2026 NFL mock draft. As a reminder, we'll be doing mock drafts for teams before free agency and then again after free agency with some other content mixed in as well. The Vikings are on the clock at pick number 18 here. Obviously, you have to figure out the whole J.J. McCarthy situation, what they're going to do moving forward, maybe sign a bridge quarterback, but still a very good roster that I think has a lot of key pieces here. Let's get started with pick number 18. I think we're going to go Avion Terrell out of Clemson, the corner. Have to make the secondary a little bit better here. A guy who isn't the guy who's going to help you against the run as much, but he is a guy who is very, very fluid in his movement. I think could develop into a very good pro corner. All right, pick 49. Uh, let's see. I think a safety would be good here. I think like AJ Halsey probably just came off the board a couple picks ago. I went even way earlier. Um, Harrison Smith, don't know what his future looks like, but you're not totally locked into having to do that. Um, Running back, obviously an option as well. Let's go Jadarian Price. It may not like that I'm reaching a little bit. I think he's the second best running back in this draft, second best running back from Notre Dame from this draft, obviously, too. He's bigger, but like runs pretty well. Kick return specialist, too. I think with the new kick return rules in the NFL, he could be a weapon there. So, even if he splits time as a running back, he can provide value in a different way as well. All right, so pick 82. I do think that there could benefit from maybe an interior offensive lineman in this draft as well. Obviously, they have center as a need. Whether whatever interior lineman you want to talk about, I think they could benefit from. They did take Donovan Jackson last season, so don't know what that pick will might be, but we'll go Chase Basantis, the offensive lineman from Texas A&M. I think he's a good run blocker, and I think that he can be plugged right in a way and be able to provide some good play for the Vikings. All right, pick 97. A lot of picks here for the Vikings. So if they do want to make some moves in this draft, move up, move down, get picks next year, they have a lot of flexibility of what they can do. Would like to find that safety some point. Yeah, let's go Genesis Smith here. I mean, just in case Harrison Smith isn't back, it is a little bit late to get that safety. Hopefully they address it in free agency, but also they can get someone at this point who can kind of help out with the depth of the room. All right, pick number 161. We'll look at all our picks while we're drafting from now on. Um, I sort of like Kyle Lewis, undersized, but making plays. In the All Star Game circuit. Sorry, circus is also a fun word for that too. But we'll take him as a guy that Brian Flores might be able to find a way to use him to his best abilities. I like he has found so many other guys and had good fits for them. All right, so next pick up, there's a lot of corners and safeties at the top of this board. There's tight end. You know, I think we're gonna go Noah Thomas, the wide receiver from Georgia, and just add to that wide receiver room. It's fifth, sixth round pick, so we're not going to get a guy that we really think is going to start, but maybe a guy who can develop, maybe help you out on special teams at this point. We're going to change up the positions we get here too. So let's get Vincent Anthony, get the edge rusher room, a little bit more depth there, and keep on moving down to pick 202. Again, all these picks are going to have a lot of options with what they want to do. Let's I like a lot of these guys. Let's do Zane Durant from Penn State. Maybe expected him to have a better season this year, but still a good player on the interior. With the pick now at pick 234, we've already picked a lot of these positions, so probably gonna have to double down on some of these. Or you know what? We'll take a late round flyer on Taylor Green. And just yeah, they have JJ McCarthy. Seventh round pick isn't gonna hurt. Just having a guy you can develop into the future. All right, so last pick now. We'll keep on adding to different rooms with this draft. I think that's a good thing to do with some of these late round picks. And let's go Seydou Traore, the tight end from Mississippi State, a guy who I think can maybe have a role in an NFL offense down the road. All right, so let's look at what they graded this draft. They give the draft a B minus. I understand. I did not like the way the board fell for us in certain draft spots. So we'll start off. Avion Terrell, I do like that pick. I think he can start from you for day one. A guy who it just moves very well for the position. Brother AJ Terrell's played in the league. If that means if that kind of eases people's minds a little bit. Jadarian Price, running back in the second round, maybe a little bit early for where I wanted to pick him. I do think he's the second best running back in this class. I do think he's worth a second round pick. I would have liked a guy like AJ Halsey, like we said earlier, from LSU to fall there to kind of really make sure that the secondary is shored up for next year. Guard Chase Bisontis from Texas A&M. Now, PFF says you need a center for the Vikings. I don't know. It could be either interior lineman spot. I think it could be improved. Chase Bisontis, I think getting him there is fine. If you don't start him, he's a good depth piece. If you do start him, I think he does help your line. Genesis Smith, the safety there. We get the safety depth. If Harrison Smith does return, and hopefully they sign someone else if he does not. Kyle Lewis, the linebacker from Pittsburgh, undersized, but I think Brian Flores can figure out how to use him. Wide receiver Noah Thomas, edge rusher Vincent Anthony, defensive lineman Zane Durant, quarterback Taylon Green, and tight end Seydou Traore. So let me know what you think of this mock draft in the comments below. What was your favorite pick? What was your least favorite pick? We're going to be doing mock drafts for every team going throughout this NFL draft cycle. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.